Some of you are losing your calling, not because you don't love God, but because your desires are discipling you. And what you continue to feed on you. Every day you're consuming something. Content, attention, validation, fantasy, lust, entertainment, noise, and eventually what you consume stops staying external. It forms you, it shapes you. See, some of you can't hear God clearly anymore. It's not because he hasn't stopped speaking, but rather because your internal world has become much too loud. Your soul cannot binge the world all day and still stay sensitive to heaven. See, that's the lie of this generation. We think that consumption is harmless. However, it's not harmless. It's actually forming us into something. You become what you behold, and what constantly captures your attention eventually captures your affection, and whatever captures your attention starts demanding your worship. And see, that's why your desires, they matter so much, because desires become direction becomes formation determines what you can carry. See, some of you are wondering why your hunger for God has felt so weak lately. But be honest, what has been feeding your mind? What has been shaping your imagination? What has been discipling your desires? See, some of you wake up and you reach for your phone screen before your spirit remembers that God even exists. No wonder you feel scattered. See, you're not just scrolling, you're being shaped, and that's actually the terrifying part. Nobody wakes up one day and just decides, I want to destroy my calling. See, it happens slowly. A little compromise, a little lust, a little vanity, a little obsession with approval, a little noise, a little less stillness, a little more consumption, a little less consecration, until eventually your desires start pulling your life in a direction your spirit never wanted to go. And see, now your algorithm knows your appetite better than you do. And this should honestly disturb you, because your attention is sacred. Your gaze is sacred. Your hunger is sacred. See, Colossians 3:2 says, set your affections on things above. Notice the word affection. See, Paul is not merely talking about behavior. He's talking about appetite, desire, focus, attention. See, this verse is not decorative, devotional language. This is actually warfare over your hunger, because heaven and earth are fighting over what gets your gaze. And many believers today are spiritually numb because they're feeding themselves things that slowly kill their sensitivity to God. Not all at once, but slowly. And see, that's how drift works. Not through an explosion, but through erosion. And the enemy understands something terrifying. If he cannot destroy your purpose, he'll corrupt your appetite. Because if he can train your desire for lesser things, he will slowly weaken your hunger for holy things. See, look at how visual that language is. The lust of the eyes. What you continually look at starts looking back into you. See, some of you are not distracted. You're devoted, just to the wrong thing. See, and what you repeatedly return to is revealing what owns your hunger. The world disciples you through fascination, but God transforms you through consecration, and these are two different fires, because there's a false fire and there's a holy fire. One consumes your attention, the other consumes your impurity. One leaves you emptier, and one purifies you. One scatters your soul, and one makes you whole again. Hebrews says, our God is a consuming fire. And see, that means that you are always meant to be consumed by something. But then the question is, what fire has your hunger? Because right now, many people are consumed by lust, consumed by greed, consumed by entertainment, consumed by validation, consumed by attention, consumed by endless stimulation, consumed by themselves. And all of it leaves them emptier afterward. And then you look at Isaiah 6. Isaiah enters the throne room, and then the holiness of God exposes everything unclean in Isaiah immediately. And the seraphim takes the coal from the altar and touches his lips. See, the fire touched the thing that was impure. But notice something, the fire didn't destroy him, it purified him for assignment. And that's what holy fire does. It prepares you to carry what compromise was killing. Some of you want calling without consecration, influence without holiness, purpose without purification. But God is not just looking for gifted people. He's looking for the people whose hunger belongs to him again. People who can sit in silence again. People who are no longer enslaved to constant stimulation. People who are no longer emotionally dependent on noise. People whose inner life has become quiet enough to hear heaven clearly. So let me ask you this honestly. What is shaping your appetite right now? What are you feeding every day? Because eventually, what you feed starts feeding on you. See, some of you already feel this. You feel spiritually dull, scattered, restless, divided internally, hungry for God one moment, then swallowed by distraction the next. And the Lord is calling you back into consecration. Not performance or religious aesthetics, Holy hunger, attention that's restored to heaven. See, the battle's not merely behavioral, it's directional. Your desires are aiming your life somewhere. And if you do not intentionally place your gaze on God, the world will gladly train your desires for you. See, Jesus said, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness." Notice that righteousness is connected to hunger because the kingdom has always been deeply connected to appetite. The question is not whether you hunger. The question is, what are you hungry for? So starve the thing that is killing your sensitivity to God. Starve the compromise. Starve the noise. Starve the lust. Starve the endless consumption. And ask the Holy Spirit to teach your soul how to hunger for holy things again. Because you were not made to be consumed by the world. You were made to be consumed by the consuming fire. And don't let a false fire consume the person that God called you to become.